Good morning, chat. How's everybody doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, coffee time. We live? We good? Hello? Alright, well, here's where we're at in terms of the low poly sci-fi assets. Actually, we're missing the centrifuge for some reason. Come here. What are you doing? Let's scoot you over here. There we go. I have been busy, it's true. Hello, Simply Overthinking. I'm not sure if my Twitch stream is live. I think it is. Yes, I believe it is. I have been busy, it's true. I've been struggling with some animations. So the I managed to get this one. Why is this set to scale? I would like it to be set to move. That's an interesting thing. I have absolutely no idea how that happened. So I was able to get this animation to work correctly in Unreal Engine. Hello, A1. How's it going? I was able to get this one working correctly in Unreal Engine without any problems. It took some fiddling, but I was able to do it. This also should be at 400, please. Thank you. That way we play through the entire animation. So this one works. However, the caskets here, which animate beautifully in Blender, and will open up, they don't work correctly in Unreal Engine. I'm pretty good, A1. I'm pretty good. Trying to figure out this animation issue. On Blender's end, it's working just fine. But basically, I'll show you. Actually, I think I have it open. Hold on. Let me switch to Unreal here. There we go. Okay. So essentially, the issue is I want to put these, because I have two animations and I want it to run when I play, up here, I have to create an animation montage. So I'll show you what I mean. Here's the animation montage as it is, and it's got both the animations in it. Oops. It has the casket opening right here, which is the one you're seeing now. I just scooch around a little bit. So it'll pop. Problem is, because I did this with two separate, essentially, like these are just parented objects with keyframes. They don't have, it doesn't have a rig or bones or anything, which may be part of the problem. So what I might need to do is add some very simple bones and do it that way. But you'll notice that when this animation starts, it pops backwards and then plays this animation. That is not what I need. What I need is for it to play seamlessly one from the other. And I tried setting it up with the state machine, but I couldn't figure out how to do the output for it correctly. So I might just have to go back into Blender and reanimate it. It's not a really big deal. I just have to add some bones and stuff. But that's not what we're going to be doing, I don't think, right now. So let's go back to Blender. Let's go back to Blender. Oh, too many different hotkeys. Okay. Anyway, here's where we're at. Give this a little more interest. Let's put it somewhere maybe in the blue. Nice and dark and in the blue. Okay. So we've got, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different walls. Oh, I also created a an animated wall with a door. Let's shut off display here. So if I run through this, you'll see it opens up like that. You should be able to reverse it also without too much trouble. But when I exported this one, I was getting some issues as well. So it's possible I forgot to apply all of the rotations and stuff, all the transformations. Also, I just realized, 'cause I was just throwing this together earlier, I just realized that I should probably, if it's going to disappear in, I should probably have like an opening here. But I'm trying to decide if I care or not. Or is this just good enough as it is? It's a bit slow though. I can always tweak that later. I think what I'd like to do today though, chat, is just build some static props and maybe some very simple animations. And then between now and next stream, I'll struggle with the compound animations. Something like that. Alrighty. Let's do some walk navigation here. Let's take a look around. Oh, let's do this in rendered mode. There we go. It's a main viewport. Centrifuge. It's very big. Well, this doesn't have a... This is all scaled to a character, so... Blender is not scaled to a character. Speed up. So I tried some corridors. They're very, very simple, but it was just to block out the overall size of them. I think they look alright. The caskets are looking fine. Whoa. There's like a... This was a trick to get this like mid-path hallway going. It's very finicky, but I got it done. Cryo casket. Alright. So now, we gotta figure out what we want to make next. So I will check my list. I do have a list here somewhere. There it is. List. Biomonitor. I think we'll do that one first. Alright, let's see. Let's shut off display then. I'm gonna just turn on a floor tile so I have a sense of scale. Turn on my overlays. Origin to world. Cursor to world origin. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright. Biomonitor. Thinking like an old CRT monitor. So something with a little bit more chonk than the flat screen. Let's do this here. Just bevel this a little bit. Make this face. Just that face, not both of them. Oh, turn snapping off. Should maybe inset it first. Let's inset it first. Alright. In. Delete this face. Let's grab these. Pull them out a bit. I'm just gonna shut the centrifuge off so I can see what's happening. Alright. Just gonna make that longer in the back. Alright, now the question is, how do I want to approach doing this screen? One option, and potentially the one I'll take actually, maybe if I fill this in, I'm gonna split it off. P to separate, choose selection. Now I'm gonna subdivide this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5's fine, and then 5. 3, 4, 5, good. Okay. I need to do it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that there's one dead center. Okay, there we go. Now I have one of these vertex right in the center. I'm going to turn on proportional editing, make it a bit bigger, and grab it in the Y. I don't have snapping on. Okay, I'm not sure why that wasn't working. Make it a bit bigger, grab it in the Y. I'm just going to flex it out just a little bit. Alright, origin to geometry. Let's move it back. Alright. Turn X-ray on. I think what I'll do probably actually is I'll edit one side to get it looking exactly as I want, then I'll delete the other side and mirror it over. Alright, let's see. I want this where? I might inset this actually. Just a smidge. I probably will. Actually, let's do that. Let's go here. Grab these and extrude them in the Y. And that's actually enough. I don't need to fiddle with anything else. Okay. Merge these together now. Nice. Alright, we're going to apply 2 materials to this. One is going to be the regular Atlas. The other one is going to be the Atlas Emissive. I'm not going to bother unwrapping it right yet. Alright. Let's see, what else do we need? If I just turn on display quickly just to get a sense of the scale of everything, how big is that? It's not bad. Should be higher up though. Something like that. We can always unwrap it right now just for... because why not? Whoa. Hello. That was odd. Why is my camera slewed so hard? Weird. There we go. Alright. Let's put this in, I don't know, somewhere like that for now. Grab linked by material. Let's put this on green. Control I, assign, and we're gonna grab that over there. Oh, proportional editing is still on. Okay, assign, assign. Make it blue. The emissive material is blue, so we might as well. That's good enough to be starting with anyway. Let's shut off display again. Alright. I'm gonna rotate this back. I think we'll probably go here, grab this face, cursor to selected so I can add a cylinder right there. Put it on 12 just like everything else. Scale everything but the z-axis. Now scale in the z-axis. Scale shift z. RX90. RY90. Oopsies. Where am I? RX90. Oh, fiber transforms. There we go. Origin to geometry. RY90. Here we go. What's up, Snoopers Day? I saw two S's in chat and they're the same color. I thought it was simply overthinking also. Hello, hello. Just smushing together some sci-fi assets here. I want some sort of detail on the top, maybe, of this. Just to give it a little bit of character, a little bit more character. It's not adding a ton of geometry. This whole thing has, what, 69 faces? Yeah, not very much. But I can always change the color or plop some antennas in there or something to make it look a little more interesting. Let's look at it from the left. I'm thinking of this design in terms of silhouette right now, and I kind of want it to do like this. So if I turn on the other monitor, wherever it is, this big one here, it's not anything fancy, but use it as a baseline. It's interesting that the emissive is camera based in the new EV system. So as long as you can see the source of emission, it'll reflect on things like here. But as soon as I can't, that light ceases to exist. You'd have to actually put a light source there, which is fine. I'm not going to keep that there anyway. So. All right. Let's see. Should keep something of the same design language though. So let's maybe do that. Let's turn this on. Let's grab this. I'm going to duplicate it, rename it to biomonitor rip. I'm going to shut the main one off. I'm going to grab all of these pieces. Okay, let's just grab. I can delete that. This. I actually don't need these faces either. All right. Just gonna scale this down. Scale it down. Interesting. I think maybe I'll do that. I'll rip these also. And then this one I will scale down. Just a bit. Grab this face. I had taken that face off. Let's see. Let's scale this in the X. Okay, good. Move this forward. I'm gonna split off the buttons. Scale this in the X. Scale it in the Y. Scooch it back. Split by loose parts. I have my option of which ones I want to take. Origin to geometry for all of them. Not going to be using these ones. And I can just put it wherever I want. switch it around a little bit though. See? There we go. Once I'm done all of this, I'm going to go through and make sure there aren't any faces that I can't optimize, because I want it to be as tidy as possible, just to save everybody a lot of grief down the road. Okay. Grab all of these. A new group, biomonitor. Well, biomonitor. There we go. Okay. Let's take this, duplicate it. I'm just gonna stick one right there. Gizmo this way. Okay, seems alright. Okay, biomonitor. Let's just do this here quickly. No idea why that's being so weird. I must have rotated my camera, maybe? My camera's fine. I have absolutely no idea why it's being like that. That's alright, though. Alright. Scooch that down just enough. That's fine. I think it's fine like that. This one, Control J. Cursor to world origin, and this one to 3D cursor. Bio monitor. Alright. Let's give that a quick export. I don't want the animation, just selected objects, and I will call this Bio Monitor. I'm gonna export it. Let's hop back over to Unreal Chat. Whee! There we go. Go to Sci-Fi. Just gonna import this asset here. Bunk. Maybe put this where? Where would it make sense? In between these guys, hey? Yep. Right in the middle. One on the other side. Right in line there. Boom. There we go. Nice. Oh, I don't want to deal with fixing these animations. That's going to be a pain. At least this one's working correctly. So this one here, let me stop it. I'll restart it again. Okay, so it'll lift up, speed up. Those of you who are here for the last stream will remember this animation process. So this one I was able to do without any issues in the montage. So that's 3 separate animations that are all grouped together. I'll show you what I mean quickly. Let's hop out of here. Go to animated, go to centrifuge, and then we can see this centrifuge montage has all 3 animations connected to each other. Hello, Aoi Sky Art. I'm sure I mispronounced that. I'm sorry. Hello. And thank you. I am trying to smush together as many reasonably designed sci-fi assets as I can, because there is a dearth of low poly sci-fi. There's not that many. Freak kind of asset packs. Well, I've seen some, but a lot of the time they're like really far out, like distant, maybe RTS, like kind of tiles and stuff like that. But I would like to give people the ability to build a map they can walk around in. I think it could be fun. I might tweak some of the emission values, perhaps. But we'll see. Close enough. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so we got the biomonitors in. They look consistent with the rest of the design, which is good. It's just a smaller version of that monitor. It's got a little bit of beef, because I thought it'd be fun to do. Make them a little bit beefier, a little chonky. Go back to Blender. We can check that off our list. Alright. I'm going to duplicate the monitor. I'm going to move it into display, and then I'm going to shut the biomonitor off. Okay. Hide that also. Let's turn display back on, and then take stock of what we have and what we want to do. Let's put that in the middle again. Before I do that, let's turn snapping back on. Something like that. Nice. Okay. Goodness, I've been streaming for almost half an hour already. That's insane! How is that possible? How is that possible, chat? Doesn't make any sense to me. Check our list. Biomonitor I did. Bridge console I did already. Bridge stations would be fun. Different floors I did some. I still would like some more. Kind of have the bridge console here. I think it could probably use a little bit of love, though. It needs some more something. Needs some buttons or shelves or something like that. Let's have a think. Let's have a think about it. And this casket problem is frustrating. It's a frustrating thing to try and solve because it works absolutely perfectly in Blender. Where's my centrifuge? Why are you always hiding? Come back here, you. Am I still editing the NLA? No. Surely not. I don't know why that's so borked. It's fine. Don't worry about that later. Why don't you read there? Also would like you there. Okay. Now we can see all the animations at once. It would be lovely if I could get those to function exactly the way I'd like in Unreal Engine, but that's a hurdle I'm going to have to overcome. Let's see it rendered. Just gonna check my EV settings, make sure I don't have everything cranked. I don't. I'm gonna turn it down even more. Same thing here. GI can go to 1. Alright. That does not look very good. I'm gonna put it back up to 1/4. 1/4 is tolerable. Let's start back at the beginning. Do you confuse the shortcuts working between Blender and UE? Yes. Have you noticed as soon as I get back into Blender, I'm like smashing Q and W and E? Yes, yeah. When I'm hopping directly back and forth, it happens all the time. It's a very unfortunate. I feel like maybe I should do... Like, I could do... Let's take this floor, for example. I'm gonna duplicate it and move it over. I could pretty easily... make emissive strips, like... in here. Might be fun. It's something I haven't made yet. If I could click the right spot, that'd be good. What? Nope. I'm just gonna test this out, chat. I want to see what it looks like. If it looks halfway decent, or if it looks like Garbo. We'll find out shortly. Gonna make them glow green. This emissive green, assign. I don't hate it. I don't love it either. Ooh. Don't love it, don't hate it. Something worth investigating anyway, so I'll keep that there for now. It's fine. Let's see. I was thinking some sort of reactor of some kind. I'm trying to think. Put it on the list. Reactor. If I was making a map with sci-fi stuff going on, what do I want on? It looks really cool in the dark, actually. You know what? It might actually be really good for like a bridge. Come on, scooch over. There we go. Don't hate that. Kind of gives it a little bit more character in the green green area. It's pretty easy to do also. Okay, so reactor. Got a biomonitor. Having a thunk, chat. Let's see. What else would we need here? Biomonitor. I'm trying to picture running around like a cute indie game. The kind of things you're going to interact with. So, we got... Let me just turn this way. We got... we have our centrifuge here. So, you can do some science. A little bit. Some sort of science. We have our gaskets here. Opening up. So you can save in those, or, I don't know, pass time in them. Got a biomonitor so you can check on things. You got a main screen monitor. Got a bridge. I was thinking about doing, like on the list, you'll see like bridge stations, like a weapons officer station and stuff like that. definitely, this needs more set dressing. I mean, it's just a desk right now. Looks like a hotel desk. No bueno right now. But with a little bit of set dressing, it'll look pretty cool. I could also make a captain's chair. I think I will do that. This is slowly turning into like wanting to make kind of the interior of a spaceship, really. Or at least give the option for it to be the interior of a spaceship. So I'm going to turn my list back on. There we go. Captain's chair. Reactor. Bridge stations, different floors. Pixel Masala, I know you're busy right now, but a quick question. What do you suggest not to do while learning Blender? I recently started learning it. Took course on Udemy by Gustavo Rosa. I don't know if I've seen Gustavo's course. I know there's a lot of good ones on Udemy. What do I recommend you not do while learning Blender? That's a good question. I would recommend that you don't stress about it too much. Sometimes I feel I'm doing the thing that's not needed at my current level. Yeah, that's completely understandable. I think it's weird to frame it in the context of a negative, right? Like telling you what not to do. I think your most important thing when you're starting out is just do things that you enjoy. Like, do the things in 3D that excite you. And yes, absolutely, if you have the means to take a course and get some guidance on how to navigate the UI and learn all the shortcuts and stuff like that, it's an excellent idea. But don't get like... What I suggest you do not do is try to learn the entire 3D pipeline all at once. Like, do it a bit at a time. To begin with, just bop around with 3D modeling, learn how to like make basic shapes by extruding and stuff like that. Don't worry about good topology to begin with, just play around until you're comfortable with the software. And don't worry about like, I need to make a really good design and then I need to make sure it's properly topologized, or I made a really good sculpt and now I need to make sure it's properly retopologized. And then you've even textured. Like, there's a huge set of skills that go into the 3D workflow, but you don't need to learn them all at once. I recommend you do not try to learn them all at once. Kind of take it a step at a time, and as much as possible, do things that you really like doing. Like right now, I'm having an absolute blast just making these low poly assets. These aren't especially technically challenging. The animation is a bit, but that's mostly translating it into an engine, not so much in Blender. But like I said, it's nothing fancy. Like, there's nothing crazy impressive about these low poly assets. They're very, very basic, but they're super fun to design, and people will be able to use them for free. So that makes me happy. And that's why I'm doing it on stream. I hope that helps, Pixel. I don't know if that helps at all or not, but I guess the TLDR is it's really easy to get overwhelmed when you're learning 3D, because like I also do a lot of 2D art, and in 2D you can kind of get away with just drawing sometimes and still like finish with an end product, whereas in 3D you kind of either have a gray box of the thing or you have a render. But yeah, just take it in stages, try to have fun, and don't try to saturate your brain. We'll try to not overload much. Thanks for the answer. You're welcome. Hello, Milause? Hello. Learning wise, fun is really important. Useful tip. True, Sunset City. Exactly right. It's just important to like, because you're like, whenever you're learning, a lot of it is problem solving, right? That's what's happening in your brain when you learn stuff. You're like, does this work? No. Does this work? No. Does this look good? No. Why? And it can be, you know, it's exhausting. Especially if it's a difficult problem. It's even worse, though, if it's a difficult problem you don't enjoy. The best problems are the ones you enjoy. Then you get the satisfaction of solving them. It's only Milo. The other letters are just random. Alrighty. Hello, Milo. Welcome, everybody who's popped in. Oh, having a stretch. I have coffee in the other room. I'm going to let it run. I'm going to let these animations loop while I grab some coffee and try to figure out what I'm going to model next. I think maybe we tackle a reactor sort of thing. But we'll see in a second. All right, here we go. I'll be back literally 10 seconds. Okay, I don't know how many seconds that was, but I don't think it was even 10 seconds. I'm a speed demon. Hi, Molten Bolt, 2D artist who only just recently came into the means to step into 3D. It's incredibly intimidating, but thank you for giving noobs like me a running start. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for coming and saying hi. I really appreciate it. The world of 3D is pretty magnificent. I'm a 2D and 3D artist. I'm definitely more technically proficient in 3D than 2D, but we're improving, you know, as time goes by. I wanted to ask if sculpting is only used for modeling characters or can be used for other things also. Well, it can be used for anything. Yep, it can be used for hard surface stuff too. Like vehicles or buildings or whatever. It just depends what you, it just depends what you're trying to accomplish with the sculpt. Yeah, it was fast. Oh, fresh coffee. Is it still hot? Oh, is it still hot, chat? Let's see. Oh, yep. It's good. Oh, it's chocolatey. Delicious. Okay. So yeah, the bane of my existence right now, chat, is getting these caskets to animate correctly in Unreal Engine. But I'm just gonna deal with that off stream. I don't mind sharing how I did it, but I mean I don't know how to do it right now. So once I figure it out, I'll let chat know. I'll let you know. Okay, I actually kind of like this. This glowing bit. Looks kind of cool in the bridge. Like in the bridge section. Interesting. Something to examine. Do. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna shut display off now. Shut off my list. Turn the floor on. Centrifuge off. Floor on. All right. Thinking. Should it be cylindrical? A lot of our design language is kind of a mix between a cylinder and rectangles, which makes a lot of sense since it's low poly. Oh, you know what I forgot to do actually, chat, and it's important that I do it, is check my biomonitor for optimization. So I think probably, let's see. Oh no. It's actually largely optimized. Some faces in here I can get rid of. I think. Yep, this one, and this one. Delete faces. This one, actually, if I control I and hide these, I think I took that out. I did. Good. Good. Every other face that's here I need, I think. Oopsies. I deleted one too many. What's the total for this? 138. I'm actually just gonna leave those in there because it's gonna mess with the shading if I don't. Actually, let's try this. If I cut it open like that, it's gonna mess with the shading. I'll just leave it as it is. Never thought of having a 3D checklist. That sounds like a fun hack. Side note, your tutorials made painting textures easier for me recently. Thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I am a huge advocate of YouTube Paint for painting textures. It's a brilliant add-on. It's completely free. YouTube Kumar, the guy who made it, is a legend and a nice, like a super nice dude. Alright. Okay, that one's fine. I think it's pretty much optimized. Certainly well enough for our needs. So let's see. Let's see. I'm just gonna start fiddling around, chat. I'm gonna shut snapping off first. GZ1. I'm gonna move it up 1 meter. Scale shift Z. Let's make it a little skinnier, a little shorter. You know what? I actually, I have an idea. In terms of shape language, I'm gonna need a wall though. Wall, please. Any wall will do. Not the command wall. Okay, maybe any wall won't do. Let's just turn the display back on so I get a sense of scale. Okay. Scale it up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 segments. That's good. Bevel these. I want to scale them along their individual origins. Or do I want to extrude them in? Let's extrude them in. Yeah. And then we'll scale them all down. Okay. Neat. So I recently found your channel, just curious, any plan of hosting friendly challenges in the Discord for newbies? Actually, it's funny you mention that because I have been brewing an idea for that. Not 2 days ago, I was thinking about that. I'm also planning to do some giveaways. But I need to check the laws around giveaways first because there are some. You can't just give stuff away, apparently. But that's something that may go hand in hand with a viewer challenge in the future. It's a couple of things that'll be fun to do. As for what the challenge would be, I haven't really thought about it yet, but I have been mulling it around in my mind, Pixel. Yes, it's something I've considered. Thomas Souders, I also wanted to thank you for the YouTube Paint tutorials. They helped me out a lot. Awesome. You're very welcome. And thank you for coming in and saying thanks. That's just the best thing for me. I love 3D, I love 2D, I love art in general, and I like teaching it. I love when someone else is like, I want to do this thing, and then all of a sudden they can. It's like the best. I will yeah, maybe I'll do a poll in the Discord. Or maybe a YouTube poll, since it's got a massive, way bigger viewership. And see if people want to participate in it. But yeah, I have some research to do around the legalities of giving stuff away. I know that in order for it to be a giveaway, it has to be free, so it will be free, meaning there's no monetary recompense for it. But I have some goodies. And I think a challenge would be an excellent way to get them out. Okay, I'm gonna go to a torus here. Oh, I just want a torus. There we go. I definitely don't want that many major segments. Yes, that's better. Okay. Z. Alt S to scale it like that. Oops, you know what? I'm gonna scale it down first. Alt S will shrink them. shut the display off now. Oh, you know what? Let's So just so you know, chat, if you want to do something very precisely, I'm gonna hit Shift D to duplicate this and move it up to about halfway here. And then I'm just gonna hit Shift R to repeat the last action. It'll go exactly the same distance. Although it doesn't look like I was very accurate. I could do this with an array. And in fact, I probably will. Let's do this. P, I'm gonna hit P to separate selection. Just gonna go to here, origin to geometry. Move it down to about the center, and I'm gonna add an array modifier. And the Z1, and I'm going to put 5 of them. I'm gonna hold Shift and drag this out until they're exactly where I want them. That'll do. Just gonna apply the array, join these together. Now I've got everything exactly where I want it. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to bevel that? Do I want to bevel it or do I want to inset it? I want to inset it. I'm going to move this up. Oopsies. Nope. All transforms origin to geometry, and then I'm going to grab this, bevel it also just a bit. Beveling doesn't add too much geometry, but it gives something the ability to catch a light on the edges, which can be really important. Let's go here. Thinking, chat. I'm thinking. What's next? What do we got to do here? It just occurred to me I could probably actually have these rings all sit at the bottom and then keyframe the animation of the array moving to make it like pulse up and down. That's one option. I'm always thinking of ways, trying to think of ways I can animate these things and have them look cool. Let's try this here. I think maybe what we want is to grab this. One, two. Let's just push those out. Not quite that far, I think. Multi-extrude faces along normals just a bit. Scale them down. See what we get. 45. All right, well, let's give it some texture and we'll see what's up. All right. For those of you who are wondering how it is, I'm just hitting some buttons and getting my UVs done for me. There's a paid add-on called ZenUV. And if you're working in Blender, making some money off it, it is recommended because it is very, very fast. These aren't obviously perfect UVs, but for my purposes, they'll do just fine. Because all I'm doing is applying a single atlas. Okay, let's put these here. I'm gonna grab the central piece and move it to the orange. Going to assign it to metallic, Atlas metallic. Shade smooth. Just see what we get. I don't like it. Shade it flat for now. Let's go here. Actually, let's just grab this. Okay, that actually doesn't look terrible. It's fine. Let's grab this. I'm just going to hit Control-I to invert so I get all of the other things. ZenUV is great. I'm using it right now. Yeah, it's super good. Super, super, super good. Let's see, chat. Picking metallic. Should they be a blue metallic as a complement? Wonder if they should be shiny. Should they also be metallic? Yeah, I kind of want them like up here somewhere so they look a little bit like aluminum. And then I think what I'll do, just for a little bit of contrast, is I'll switch these to a different metal color. Something darker like up here. Let's see what we get. Let's maybe also assign those to be flat. Just so we get some contrast in terms of material as well. And just to be difficult, why don't we add one more thing to it? We'll do that on all of these. So that kind of looks like windows maybe. Into the power on the inside. Okay. Let's see how it looks in situ. Can't really tell what it is. I think I'd like maybe some connecting things to help these along. Right. Let's call this props. Let's put it in props. I didn't want to call this props. This is a generator of some sort. I want to move it to props. Props. There we go. Actually, before I do that, let's duplicate it. Move the duplicate to display. Move the original one to props. Save. I'm going to hide that. Turn on display. I think for about the billionth time, I'm going to open up this centrifuge. Only this time I'm actually going to duplicate it and move it to display. And then shut the original off. And display back on. Scooch back to the first frame. And now, figure out where we want to put this. Put it in the corner maybe. Turn grid on. Alright. Okay. An environment is starting to come together, chat. Slowly but surely, piece by piece. Which is pretty great, actually. Alright, what else can we do with this thing? I think what I'll actually do, because I'm still going to modify it. Nice immersion, looking good. Thank you, Sunset. Alright, let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that one, because I have the other one in props. I'm just going to turn it on. I'm going to Alt-D, which is going to make a linked duplicate. That way, if I make changes to the main one, like, I don't know, this, they'll both change like that. That way I don't have to worry about it in the display. Let's just move this to display. Good. This one should still be in props. Just gonna make sure. It's my original. Yeah, good. Do you use any pen tablet? What kind of pen tablets do you use? I use Huion pen tablets. So right now I'm using a Huion Canvas 16, which I bought on sale several years ago, and it's awesome. I've done a sponsored review for Huion with their Inspiragiano, which is not a display tablet, but like a regular, it doesn't have a screen on it, and it was great. And then, yeah. So for me, I use Huion. I bought one a long time ago, and they have partnered with my channel before. They're also actually lovely. So I made sure that I'd be able to give an honest review, and they were like, yep, 100%. We just want you to try it out. So. They've been good to my channel. And they make good stuff. That's what I use when I'm using my tablet. Alright. Let's shut display off now. Let's switch us back to my normal matte cap because it's driving me crazy. Actually, you know what? We'll keep it there. It's fine. Color's good. Let's try the studio. This one? Nah, keep it here. It's fine. Alrighty. What else can we do here? It's all optimized on the inside and stuff. Good thing about Scifi is you can kind of just make it phlebotinum. You can kind of make up whatever you want. I feel like maybe there should be a strut holding these. Let's go to the back. Shift A, mesh. I'm just gonna add a cube. I made that a bit small. Let's go back. There we go. Which one's snapping off? GY. Some sort of coily thing. Okay, thanks. I just want to buy my first pen tablet for stylized texture painting with huge paint add-on. Watching your tutorials, of course. Thank you. Yeah, Huion is definitely affordable and quite good. I think there's also, I don't even know what their competitors are. There's XP Pen. There's obviously Wacom. But like for the price, it's pretty hard to beat Huion. Gives a Fenton Thermos vibe. Like Dan Phantom. There's a thing in the way here. Hold on. Let me see if I can move this. Can I move this? Danny Phantom. Okay, there we go. I can actually read the chat now. There was something on my interface that was in the way. A Fenton Thermos. I do not know this reference. Okay, do I want it to line up there? I think what I'd like to do is grab this and just slide it down. Still not in the Z. There we go. Do I want that to be pointy? Not really. I want this to be beveled. There we go. Just even something like that to help it sit. And my tight budget allowed me to buy used pen tablet only. That's fine. Honestly, any tablet is better than none. Except, and I've said this before in videos, if you can avoid getting it's fine if you get a tiny one, but if you can avoid getting a super tiny one, it'll be better in the long run. If you can get one that's at least the same size as a regular sheet of paper, you'll be doing just fine. All right. Let's see what else here. I think I want to maybe elevate this and put it on a platform. What do you think, chat? Or should it just sit? Should it just sit as it is? I'm gonna join these together. Let's grab these. Linked. Just gonna slide it over here with these. Is that metallic? It's not. Let's assign it to metallic. There we go. There, now it's got some sort of frame. Let's check it in display. Whee! Alright, let's see. Because this is a linked duplicate and I joined it together, it's already in its spot in display and I don't have to do anything about it. I wonder if this would be better on a... on like a base, because a lot, like... pretty much everything else has a base of some sort. Even this one has a base. So I think what we're going to do is we'll actually go back to the generator prop. And then we're going to lift it up and put a base on it. So let's do that. Lift it up just a bit. Shift A, mesh, cylinder, GZ1. Actually, I'm going to do it from edit mode, AGZ1. And that's scaled it. Just so I can get it right to the right spot. Right about there. Something like that. Oopsies. Not display props. There we go. Something like that. And then I can delete this face. Just gonna hide this to make sure there's no face in there. There isn't. Good. Oopsies. Let's put this down here and assign it to metallic. Alright, now we can check it in display and see what's up, and then I'll catch up on chat. Up you get. There you go. Oh, I should probably actually do that with the regular one, props. Oh, it's in the right spot. Scooch this up. There. Let's turn the lights collection back on. Alright, I'll catch up. Hello, Parallel Highway, how's it going? Yeah, put it on platform? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I feel like it's a bit skinny. Should we give it a... let's give it a try. I'm gonna try something, chat. Let's experiment a little bit. Shut off display. Turn our prop back on. I'm gonna do this here. Scale, Shift Z. I want, Nope. How am I gonna do this? I kind of want it to be beefier. I might have to re-add the rings. Although I don't hate that. Doesn't look the best, but let's see. I just want it to be thicker. Are you not linked? What is happening? I guess I didn't make a link duplicate. Perhaps I'm losing my mind, chat. What's this here? Badly, I still can't 3D model. It takes a lot of practice, man. You know? It takes a lot of practice. Practice pays off eventually, though. I'm still not a very good 3D modeler. Like, this is all very basic stuff. When it comes to good topology and things like that, I just haven't practiced enough. I actually don't mind this being chunky like that. I don't know about you guys, chat. So what I'm gonna do, excuse me, goodness, I'm going to make two versions of it. I'm gonna make a chunky one and a regular one. There we go. This is the regular. So generator, small. Generator, chunky. I'm gonna split these off first. Linked, 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 linked. P selection. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this guy's scale shift Z, make him beefy. Alright. Oops. Grab this, scale it up. Grab that, scooch it forward just a bit so that it sits in like that. Ooh, that is something I forgot to optimize on the other one. I have to do that. Okay, chunky generator. Nice. Okay, now let's go back to the small generator. Actually, this one can sit free floating like that. That's totally fine. Wait, is it? What's supporting it then? Nothing. Geez, you need to come through here, and then I'll delete that face. Perfect. That's good enough. Alright, we can save. Okay. Do I still have a generator and display? I do. Let's delete that. Let's do two of them. So Alt-E-G. I'm going to turn on snapping, move it over here. Okay. Move that one to display. Great. Shut that off. Generator chunky, Shift-E. No, not Shift-E. No. Alt-D. There we go. Move it to display. Shut the props off. Okay, now you kind of got two different modes of generator. You got a big honking one, and you got a smaller one. Like an upgrade. I like. Definitely better. I like it better with the base for sure. What's up, Mayo? How's it going? All right. There's one of the things I'm going to try and figure out this week, chat, is how to I don't know if you'd need to do it in Unreal or where you'd need to do it exactly. If you could, what I'd like to do is, like, for example, have the colors of these things change in engine. If you can animate that, I'm pretty sure you can do it with a material that'll cycle. Yeah, I know there's a way to do it. I mean, I've seen it in games before, but... Got a good sandwich for breakfast? Oh, I love sandwiches. So good. Yeah, so trying to figure out how to animate materials would be awesome, because then what I could do is these rings, for example, I could have one of them at a time change to an emissive color, so it would look like it was pulsing. So like it would be red, and then it would go red here, red here, red here, red here, and then I could, you know what I mean? It would look like Star Trek dilithium chamber kind of thing. Dilithium crystal chamber. Try something like Tesla coil. Just a suggestion. The current one is good too. Tesla coil would be very, very good. Sorry, chat. I'm just attending to a massage. Let's see what else. Let's take a look at the list, chat. I'm gonna let the animations play out again. I'm gonna just do it in solid mode though, because the it's very flashy if I do it in rendered mode. But let's turn our list on. Let's have a little brainstorm about what we could do here. You know what, let's just do it like that. It's fine. Just let it play. I'm trying to think. What else would you like to see? If you were bopping around in a sci-fi game, chat, we got a Tesla coil. Hold on, let me put that on the list here quickly. Tesla coil. Tesla coil. Okay. Brainstorm time. Brainstorm. That's the sound of me thinking. Tesla coil. I wonder if I should make like some storage cupboards and stuff. Storage cupboards, maybe. Alright, let's put this back at 1. Or should we maybe tackle finishing this? Planet thingy. Oh, like an orrery. Yeah. Orrery. I've done this before. Ooh, this could be good. That is a good one. Let's see. All right, let's try tackling that one. I have a kind of a design sort of idea in my mind. So let's just go Shift A. Let's add a cylinder to start with. I'll just call this orrery. Move it up 1 meter. I'm going to move it to its own group now. I do this a lot while I'm working. I just give things their own group so I don't get lost. What is this? Just got here. I'll show you. Welcome, Dizcroll? Welcome. I'm working on some low poly sci-fi assets. Where's display? There it is. So, basically, I'm putting together a low poly sci-fi pack for that I'm going to give away for free. Some of it's animated, as you can see. Some of it is not. If I may ask, what is your avatar? It looks like a rupee-shaped friend. It's exactly what my avatar is. Originally, it was so my avatar is Bolty. That's what everybody calls it. And originally it was like a monolith, essentially, made of amber. But the Molten Bolt community is slowly changing the narrative into me being a giant sentient rupee monolith, which I am perfectly okay with. So the lore is becoming I'm a sentient rupee, basically. Giant sentient rupee. Which, if you've seen my more recent videos, I have a different intro sound, and it was kind of inspired by the twinkliness of rupees. But yeah, the idea is that it's a monolith. The shape design for it came from the letter O, because back in the day when I first started my Patreon, I was making animated maps for D&D using Unreal Engine and Blender. and the original logo had an orange hexagon shape like the top of a bolt, and that's where it started from. And then over time it evolved. A friend of mine rubber hosed it, like did a rubber hose drawing of it with one eyeball, and it was brilliant. And then I animated it in Blender using grease pencil. But that seems to be the lore nowadays. I am a sentient rupee. In my D&D game, Molten Bolt is known as the god Amberion. I've been saying deuces on your videos since I don't know what it is. What does deuces mean? Deuces just means goodbye. It's slang for see you later. That's all it is, just slang for see ya. I think it's maybe slang for peace out. I don't know, something like that. It's just a different way of saying goodbye. Okay, I'm gonna get to this orrery now. Let's see, display. I need a floor. I need one floor. There we go, just so I can get a sense of scale. I feel like this could be big though, like, Does it need to be big? Maybe it does. Maybe if I take this and I scale it twice. Because now it'll fit in the center of one of these. The more you know, yeah. Dun 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 dun. Okay. What is happening? Snapping is on. There we go. Okay, let's see. From the ground, that's a bit tall. Something like that. I think what I'd like to do is inset this, extrude it down, and then I'm going to delete this face, and I'm going to grid fill this. Face grid fill. If you're doing sci-fi, then you might also want an energy room with some weird machine that is used as a battery. Ooh, battery's a good call. Let's do that. Turn my list back on. I have generator in the list, but I think batteries would also be really cool. Let's go here, batteries. Just gonna scoot that back. There we go. We'll leave it on there. Okay. Now if I grid fill that, it's not quite enough, is it? For what I want to do. Although, I guess I could try and turn proportional editing on. Trying to decide if I want to put a higher resolution cylinder in there or not. I don't think so. I would like it to be as low poly as possible. Oh goodness, let me catch up on chat. Welcome, a man of culture. Evil Genius 5's great tutorials on YouTube Paint and textures. Thank you very much, a man of culture. Simply Overthinking says, oh, maybe if you don't want to mess around with animated textures, you could make like a bigger container with some something shiny floating in the middle, kind of like a nuclear reactor thingy. That's a really good idea. If you did it with a Musgrave texture, you could make it look pretty interesting on the inside. Oh, so that's why people do a peace out when they say it. In tennis, deuce means two. Yeah, deuce does mean two. In, I think, Greek. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But the root of deuce means two. That's why in French it's de. D-E-U-X. If you're doing sci-fi, you might want an energy room with a weird machine. Yep. I somehow jumped ahead and read that. All right. You know what? Let's just try it like this, chat, and see what we get. So, well, I know how to animate this. I've done this kind of thing before. Let's see. How does this look if I do that? Okay, it looks fine. That's fine. Actually, I have some shading errors on here. Back it up a bit. I don't think I need to bend it. Let's just smooth it out a bit. I can put some buttons and stuff in here after, but basically what I'm going to do now is 12 and 12. Yeah, there we go. Turn proportional editing off. There we go. Maybe something like that. I'm going to split this off actually, because I'm going to let's grab this, scale it down. Let's shut display off now so I can see what I'm doing. Whoopsies, let's turn X-ray on so I can move things easily. Alright, let's make one more copy of these. So we get 3 objects. Maybe something like that. Let's grab this one, scooch it over here, and then both of these. Okay. So what I can do then, this I can fiddle with after, but let's just unwrap it quickly. Let's make it metallic. And somewhere in this color for now will be fine. And then we're going to do this, though. These I can just split in half, I think. Seam. Mark seam, and then we'll click off Alt A, Alt U. There we go. We're going to add this to emissive. I think blue would be fine here. Assign. Oopsies, what did I do here? Blue. Right. I mean, maybe. Can always make them emissive later. I just want to change the color. The only problem is I don't want to have like a billion materials. I guess it doesn't really matter. The materials themselves all still reference a single image. Oh, my collarbone just cracked. That was strange. Felt good though. I need to check to see, because I have it all referencing this one atlas image, right? This one UV image here, and I don't know how much space materials take up if they're... Like, it's going to be a lot less if they're referencing a single atlas, like a single image. My concern is that I have more than one emissive. I have an emissive green and emissive orange, and I want to make an emissive purple to help distinguish between, like, areas in the map. or in the assets. So if I do this, and then I can grab this guy. Add one. I will make it emissive green and assign it. And we'll do this, add emissive and assign it. There we go. I think what I could do is I could really easily make like a PNG of a coordinate thing. But for now, this will do. Let's move these into orrery, which is down here. Hide that, turn the display back on. Turn snapping on, and let's move these to a sensible plot. Something like that. And I actually can save a lot of space here by grabbing this and filling it in with a single one. It'll save a lot of rendering. For the purposes of shading, it's fine. I might actually inset it a couple of times so that I can do that one and maybe this one. That way there's some consistency between the thingies. Well, it's definitely worth exploring anyway. Orrery was a great idea. They're very shiny though. Why are they so shiny? Let's turn the roughness on these up. There we go, it's a bit better. Them all at 6.6. Not 60, goodness. There we go. Okay. Let's scooch this guy over. Or is it 90? Don't know why the smallest planet gives me joy. A little moon, a little moonlet there. Well, oftentimes when I'm thinking about design, like it doesn't matter what it is I'm designing, I'm thinking about design principles as much as I can, right? So if I take these two together and I isolate them, then there's a couple of design principles at play here. First of all, odd numbers are generally more pleasing to the eye. So 3 of them makes more sense than 2. And 1 would just be kind of like, it'd be good if you were focusing on something, but for just aesthetic purposes. And then obviously big, medium, small is one of the most core design principles. So having 1 big, 1 medium, and 1 small. And then balance is another one. So the way they're distributed. So putting a moon here, you saw me fiddling around with where they go. It's just so that they look a little more interesting when you spin around them. That's all. But yeah, I think it would be fun to enable people to set up a bridge, basically, would be really cool. I'll have to think about the modular pieces that go into a bridge, though. It's like this works as a helm, like the main control system for a ship. It could also be like, for example, if I take these, I scooch them here, I can scooch these over. Oopsies. and make an office out of it. Scooch these over. Something like that. We give them all displays. It's turning into like a complex now. Duplicate this over. Alt D, so I'm not creating any more geometry. Interesting. How are we doing for time? I still got about 22 minutes. Pretty good. Whoa. What did we get done today? We got the bio monitor done. Let's take a look at it. Let's review our work. May go in and tweak some of the values just so we get more like lighting. Because you can fake lighting with the Atlas texture because it's on a gradient, so. This has more than one emissive texture on it, why? There we go. We got a small generator. Got a beefy generator. We got a couple other things on the list. This could definitely use a little bit more character though, I think. Let's turn snapping off. I'm gonna slide this. See, there we go. Come on. Hey, Lockdown Protocol is an excellent game for you to look up as reference. I'll look it up right now. Lockdown Protocol. Thanks, Discroll. Lockdown Protocol. Images. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Joshua Marsh, looking great. Hate to be that guy, but I think one of the desks on the left seems a little off the center back tile. Not sure if that's intentional or not. Oh, let's see if we can track it down. Oh, definitely not intentional. That would rankle me also, so don't feel bad. All right, let's put this in the correct spot. Scooch over. Oh, snapping on, please. There we go. I don't think it's centered that way either, is it? Is it? Oh yes, it's in the right spot now. Whew. Here we go. Much better, thank you. Looks fire, thank you, Pierre Smith. This is all part of a pack that eventually I'll be releasing for free. Just to help my indie dev family out there. Let's turn our extras back on. I just want a little bit of light back here. I don't want to shift it. No. Alt E Y. There we go. Nani. There we go. It took some doing to figure it out. Just check my face orientation here. Yes, that thinness makes sense. Oh, this is a problem here. Did I bring that into engine already? Hold on a second. I did. Can you see the other side? Yes, you can. It's fine. Not gonna worry about it then. Very good catch. Yes. Let's see. Where can one hire someone to create an asset? There's literally nothing on Google. I don't want to work through people on Fiverr till I find a good one. You actually, your best bet would be, this is going to sound weird, but through Twitter or Instagram DMs, if you can find people with portfolios, you can message them directly. That's a great way to do it. If you see their portfolio and you like their work, just message them. A lot of freelancers get a lot of work that way. Alright, I'm gonna hop into Unreal just for a moment here. Let's take a look. Okay. This biomonitor's fine, that's all good. Glass is looking far better in Unreal Engine. Not surprising, I don't think. My corridor's in here. Yep. Let's just duplicate this that way. So this is the end goal, right? Is to be able to supply people with assets they can just drag and drop, modular assets they can put together in Unreal Engine for making their game, or like for testing it or making it, because these are all going to be CC0. Anyone can use them, even commercially. That's the whole idea. I seem to be most OCD when I do Blender, trying to keep things symmetrical. I'm glad I wasn't pointing out an artistic choice and being all OCD about it. No, it's fine. Even if it was an artistic choice, it's totally fine. As far as giant sentient rupees go, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty chill. I mean, especially when I'm just hanging out with my chat, making stuff in Blender. Like, happy place, good place. I'm not doing, I'm not doing any like tedious work or anything right now. Sure, there's challenges involved in getting things to work the way I want, but I'm having a great time. Trying to think. Okay, let's pull up the list again, chat. Let's continue our brainstorm session, because I do want to... Goodness gracious. Different floors. I want floors with grates. Floor with grates. Trying to think what else, chat. What else? What other kind of floors would I see? Okay, let's type in different walls also. I think I could put one or two more wall things in there. I think I might also want some banisters. Banisters? Just some like sci-fi handrail thingies. Different walls. Let's see. I want one with the air vent. maybe some ducting. I'm just brainstorming here. I may not make everything I put on this list, but having the ideas written out is going to be better than trying to figure something out in a vacuum. Captain's chair, reactor, Tesla coil, batteries, orrery. Okay, we did this, but it needs work. Bridge stations would be fun. Different floors, floor with grates, different walls, an air vent wall, banisters. I really like watching the flow between working in Blender and bringing things into Unreal Engine. I'm currently working towards doing a similar thing for any idea I have. For an idea you have. My YouTube chat is... There's a... So in OBS on the bottom right, there's a heart. So you can, like the reaction button. And it always cuts off, no matter how I position it, it cuts off one of the words. Currently working for an idea you have. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out how to do it. Lots of tutorials and lots of pain. But the process is actually quite simple once you figure it out. And I don't know if you're in the Discord, but if you have questions, just hit me up in the Discord, and if I'm around and I'm not working and I can answer it, I will. I'll try and help you out. Let's see what else we want to do here. Let's see. Captain's chair, reactor, Tesla coil, batteries, bridge stations, floors with grates, air vent wall, banisters, handrails. Oh. Tables, mess hall tables. Cafeteria stalls. Because I'm thinking, like, what is this realistically? This is going to be, like, based on what we've designed here, this is going to be a starship or a space station or like a moon base, you know what I'm saying? Like a planetary base of some sort. Something like that. So, oh, yeah. In that case, we could also do some hydroponics. Robots, plants, and mushrooms. Pipes? I'm gonna put pipes on the list for sure. I'm trying to think, like, do we want ceiling tiles? Or is it gonna be like, I guess if you're walking around in it, you'd probably want ceiling tiles. I'm gonna have to make a ceiling tile then. Oh, that's gonna pose its own challenges. I guess I could just use a floor. Let's give it a test. What's happening? Let's see. Let's put this like that. Where are my lights? I'm gonna move these down just a bit, so it's still there when I... Yeah, good. Alright. Let's turn the snapping on. X. All right. I just want to see what this looks like. If we walk around in it. Cool. You know what? It wasn't until I saw it with the roof that I really started to feel like it's starting to look like a thing, which is pretty neat. Can fill in the rest of these walls here. I'm gonna do it because I want to see what that looks like on the inside. Ooh, I'm excited now, chat. That's awesome. Let's delete these. Delete these. That there, Alt D Y. Fill it in. Grab these two. Oopsies. All right, let's have a walk around inside, shall we? Cool. It actually looks like a place. How cool is that? That's very exciting. I'll put a roof on the rest of this also. How many tiles we got? 4, 5, Alt D, X, Alt D, Y, Alt D, Y, Alt. Oh, you know what? I actually need that one. There we go. Let me in! Let me in! Sweet. Looks really nice. Thank you. It does. I'm really quite pleased with it. That's awesome. I don't mind the, oh, let's shut that off. There we go. I don't mind the, floor being the ceiling at all. It actually gives a nice play of light and stuff, which is awesome. Starting to come together, chat. Oh. Cryotank. Better. Oh, I want to see what the animations look like from in here. Because it actually looks like a room. Make ourselves appropriately tall. Sick! Looking great! That's very exciting. Oh man, that is very exciting. I didn't realize how much putting a ceiling on it would make it feel awesome. That's crazy. But it makes a huge difference. Neat. Great touch with the animations. Thank you. If only I could get them to work correctly in Unreal Engine, I would be very happy. I'd be very, very happy. I'd be very happy, Monolith. Let's see. Oopsies. Let's figure out the screenshot for the stream. Something like that, maybe. Go to our camera. Lock camera to view. Go here. Walk navigation and fly in. We'll just set up our camera wherever we want. I'm gonna have to change the field of view a bit, I think. Where is our camera here? Camera. Let's put it on 22. Yeah, probably 30 would be better. Let's see. We'll figure something out. 35mm, just like a regular camera. Wait, 35 is a film camera? Can't remember. What? Maybe make the blue walls behind the pods like doors. Make the pods slide out. I think that would make it look much better. Maybe make the blue walls behind the pods like doors and make the pods slide out. You mean, you mean like these? And then have them kind of open like this. And then the pods kind of slide out like that. Be interesting. I'm gonna write that down on the list just as a challenge because that sounds difficult and fun. Pod containing wall. That's a pretty good list. I'm going to grab all of these. I'm going to put them in a group so I can turn them on and off. New collection, ceiling tiles. Create. And I can go to the ceiling tiles and shut them off. Don't want them rendered either right now. Bonus round. Yeah, just open to make the pods slide out. I think the scene is too static at the moment. Or like a game. Yeah, well the idea is you would press a button and this would happen, right? And then it would open. And then you'd press the button again, the animation would reverse. But I think I take your meaning. I think it's pretty... like, it's very simple. And I think for the purposes of, like, free low poly assets, this animation might be sufficient. But I really do want to try the pod containing wall because I think that would be a good challenge. Plus it would add a lot of value. It just might take a little while. I'd like to finish off a fairly simplistic, it's kind of a test, really. Kind of a test batch to see what people need in terms of sci-fi assets and stuff like that. I also need to practice rigging with bones again on mechanical objects. I've done it before, but it has been a minute. You'll notice a lot of the time I'm just keyframing rotations and stuff, which works for very simple props, but when you get into more complex stuff like it's better to have bones. How are we doing for time? Oh dear. Alright chat, it is noon for me. It's time for me to wrap this up. I do have some things I must attend to. Thank you to everybody who came out to hang out with me again today. It's lovely to have you as always. I'll be back Thursday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. By then, I should have solved the animation problem with the caskets here. With these guys. And I should have probably added some more assets to this pack. But I don't really want to stop until I have at least about 100 assets or so for the Sci-Fi pack. So it's going to be a bit before I'm done. I don't think it'll be a crazy long while, but I just want to make sure everything's done properly. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for the stream and chill vibes. My pleasure. Thanks for coming to hang out. What's the question, Disco? Cascadeur? Cascadeur? The casket. Casket. All right, everybody. That's it for me. I gotta run. I will see you Thursday. Thanks again for coming out. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. We could chat there. All right. I gotta go. See you guys later. Deuces.